Yes. I was going to play with him and eating and misbehaving and things. Maybe I'll just have to do a very... Oh, shit, that's not turned around.
Oh, my goodness. You guys are all a mess.
I'll get it here.
You need to go out or you just want to? Introducing new kind of home insurance. Insurance that covers the breakdown of appliances and electronics. That includes coverage for water and sewer backups. That provides 4 times the coverage on computers and home office equipment. And covers the service line connection between your house and the street.
Okay, we got that.
Okay.
Are they coming in?
Sizzle had to make a quick exit.
What?
Sizzle had to make a quick exit.
Oh, did she?
Yes. Oh, no,
She gonna go poo?
well, now they think we're going somewhere. Come on.
Did you have to go to the bathroom?
I think she wanted to take her somewhere. I told you after mail call we're going. I promise. I promise.
Look at them spoiled rotten here.
Mhm.
Okay, I was going to do a training thing, but I got screwed up here making comments on the board. I'm going to have to keep track of the board a little bit better to make sure that we're getting comments that come from me and not just, woo, floating in the air. I was going to do a training the dogs
Yeah.
not to eat off my plate. Somebody got mad at me yesterday for beating the dog, hitting the dog. If you got me some food, can you give me a plate of miscellaneous food that they would like? That I'll try something here. Now I have not practiced this at all, so you're going to get a dead run on it. Anything like a meatball or something that would smell good. The object in our training, in our way of training, is to make the dog think rather than force them to do something. And somebody was going on yesterday about, well, I'll stop the dog from chewing on that. I'll just spray it with apple juice or whatever it was. I forgot what the solution was. But I said, no, you should teach the dog not to touch it or whatever it is you're trying to do. And I did that with Henry before they took him out of here. Now, I haven't done this at all with this dog at all. So we're now going to see whether I can manage to do this or not. To teach him that what is my plate is my plate and he's not to come and eat it. And to put a plate right down here, that'd be very nice. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a nice... Is that a good to eat one?
I don't know if it really is.
Oh, okay.
And it's cold.
No. No.
He's older than Henry, too.
It shouldn't make any difference because You got problems with all dogs this age. Now, if I could just have you go away so that they pay attention to what I was trying to do here. Hey, see, look, I could give you just a little piece of this, maybe. Well, here, we give it to you over here. That's good, boy. Just get you sidetracked. Hey, Sizzle, would you like a piece? No. No. You don't touch it. No. Wait till I give it to you. See, this is mine. No. That's a good boy. You can just wait. I guess we'll just feed it to him like this then. Don't jump. This is another thing that we had to go through today. I'm going to do this a little bit differently, so he does. I don't want him to jump and hit my hand like that. Hey, get up here, Jiminy. Easy. There you go. Very good. Nicely done. Okay, this is not the lesson it's turning out to be. What the lesson is that I want to do. Get away. Get away from there. When I hand it to him, I'm going to hand it to him slowly. And if he goes to bite it, I'm going to give him the back of my hand. But see, he's very slow about it. That's good. That's better than he was doing it 2 seconds ago. He doesn't get anything over there. Oh, dear, he's got to get up and get it now. It's underneath your feet. That's good. Yeah, now here I go again with the back of my hand and turn it in. And then he doesn't jump at it. And he's not to put his hand on, he's not to come on my plate looking for food. You have to wait. Did you get a little bit? Okay, I guess that's the way. That's that. But if they're going to, the problem is when you start to feed a dog a piece of food. If you go at it straight away, they jump at you and they go to bite your hand, and you get nervous, so you begin to back up, and you are teaching them to jump at you. So you can't do that. So what you have to do is turn your hand sideways and rotate it into their mouth from the side of their mouth. And if they go to jump at you, you give them the whole back of your hand, and then they don't like that. They go a lot slower, and eventually they learn, very shortly, just to take it slowly, not jump around at it. It saves a lot of fingers getting bitten. Okay, we ate that. So much for that lesson. That didn't turn out to be stay away from my plate, but it
was equally valuable.
It's equally valuable. It is. You give the dog a cookie, you go from the side of you don't want to poke it down their throat type of thing, because you're just going to teach them to bite. I can wash my hands now.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
When I had Henry here the other day, he wanted to eat off my plate. That's a good boy. Yes, you were very pretty. Very pretty. Good boy. He wanted to eat off my plate, and I didn't want him eating off my plate, so I hit him with my finger, and he's a good boy. Everybody thought I was beating the dog. I really wasn't beating the dog. I was telling him what was mine and what was his. Okay, so this is from Temp, Arizona. Oh dear. Oh dear. Life gets so tough here. Life just gets very tough. Well, I guess it's going to have to be a screwdriver. We had that already. That was pretty well. Okay. And this is from Greater Horizons. Close a check grant number for $10 Greater Horizon Giving Card Program. This is from Megan Lamb. Well, thank you very much, Megan Lamb. Huh, okay. What happened to my bucket? Oh, it's over there.
Okay.
That shoulder's working, so we'll let that work, okay?
Okay.
There you go. And then we have Town of Ipswich. Oh, good, Council on Aging. That must be for me. Council on Aging. Senior Life, abbreviated newsletter. Heavy Heart, abbreviated. Well, they're closed to the public since March 16th. Well, senior center staff still at work. You guys really aren't interested too much in this. Look out for scams. I'll put that over here. Put it to the pile. That's fun. Okay. Now we have Jan Gerhold. This was mailed on the 27th. She's usually got some funny things to tell us in here. What's falling apart? Nothing?
I think he hit his head on the table.
Okay. A housefly hums in the key of F. Huh. I bet that could be... That's how he recognizes the fly in the room. I'll bet you.
It might be.
He hears it. Cynical philosopher. If you think nobody cares whether you're alive, try missing a couple payments. Okay? One lemon tree will produce about 1,500 lemons per year. Really? That's a lot of lemons. Okay, we got that part. I did that. I did
That's
that.
it for
I did
envelopes.
that.
Okay. So.
I didn't really do the dog training I was going to do because I've got involved. I start reading these things and I have to get, when people are confused and they start telling you things that certainly aren't true, it gets to be very worrisome. So somehow I got to figure out in this time when I'm sitting around doing nothing how to kind of pull that together so that you know what's happening and you know where to find out what is happening. Which is, if the shit hits the fan, you ask me, get your nose out of the way. Send me an email. Oh, isn't that pretty? No, there's no cookies in this one. No. Huh. Okay. Who sent this? Beth. Beth Smith. Well, isn't that nice? Look at all these funny things. Okay. You can have that. There we go. Oh, look at this. What are those?
Leave it.
1,000 Wishes, Bath and Body Works. Well, isn't that fun? Those are fun.
Are they hand sanitizers or?
I don't know what they are. Don't ask these questions.
Well, in this day and age.
I don't know what they are. Alcohol, 68%. That must be what they are.
Yes, they are.
Is that what they are?
Yep.
Okay.
Pocketbook hand
Oh my, there are
sanitizers.
more of them. There are different kinds.
Yeah, there's ocean, vanilla coconut, French lavender, eucalyptus spearmint.
And they are all 65%. Well, isn't that fun? These are hand cleaners. Right?
Yep.
Wow.
Very appropriate.
Okay. We'll got clean hands now. Wonderful. Where are we going to put them? Over there with the candy?
We can do that for now. We can definitely put one
Ah.
near the door too. All right, we're not gonna put that there because we're not. We'll fix it.
There we go.
Heavy enough.
Is it heavy?
Nope, not at all. I didn't know. Dennis must have brought these up, actually, so I don't know what these were.
Nestle's Purina. Oh, there's another box. Oh boy, there's another box. Okay, you got that one. I got this one. Okay. I don't know what we got here, but we got that.
Okay. Well, I know what it is, but I don't know who it's from.
Oh my word. Whoa. Okay.
Here. Begging strips.
Could have used it. Now stay back. Back.
I don't see two, but it does say box 3 of 3, so there might be more boxes.
Box 3 of
Yeah,
3?
I'll figure that out. So.
3 of 3. We only got 2 boxes. Now, we're going to do this correctly. Sizzle. Now, that's how we're... This is really good demonstration. Easy. There, see how that goes?
Yes, you do.
And he gets one over there. Ah! There you go. Wow.
That's good.
Now, I'll do that sideways. See, put it in sideways, and she takes it. If I put it this way, I get slobbered on. Is he having a good time?
Yeah, he's still eating it.
He's still eating his.
Yeah. It really smells like bacon.
Oh, it smells like bacon. That's right. There you go. You've had enough. Enough.
Okay, he's done.
This is Jimmy. See how nicely he took it?
Mm-hmm.
It's so simple. Okay, next problem. Don't let him near that box. It'll
I
be in
won't.
it. Be all over the place.
Oh, this one is not like.
This one's not light. We got it. Out of the way. Get
Jim,
your head
look
out of the
at
way.
that,
Go
Jim.
away.
All right.
I have a feeling the world is slightly screwed up. Computers are a little bit off at things, so I don't see that this is who this might be from.
Okay.
But we'll find out when we get there. Oh, good. Okay, this is more canned food.
Leave it.
2 cans. 2 cases
Okay.
of canned food.
So whoever sent us vegan strips has also sent us canned
Huh?
food. Okay, vegan strips and canned food.
Yeah?
Good.
Jiminy! No. No more. No. 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 That goes under the sofa.
Yep. This is what we eat at 9 o'clock at night usually.
Is it?
We have 1 can.
Oh, really?
Yes, we do.
Off a spoon? With a spoon?
Yeah. So the rubber's here.
Well, here's another piece of paper. Service Dog
Is that
Project.
nothing?
Nestle's Purina.
That's all I got.
Bacon bits. Probably just 2 cans, two boxes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we still don't know who sent us this.
Nope. Well, it sounds like the bacon strips are an error they made, which we'll take, because the 2 cans we're supposed to get. 2 cases of puppies.
Well, there's one of these in with the bacon strips.
What?
There's one of these also in with the bacon strips.
Right.
Yeah.
And what does it say?
Service Dog Project and,
Right.
yeah. 3 of 3.
So why does that?
Well, I didn't think it was a mistake if there was one of these in there.
You think it's not a mistake because it has a piece of paper?
Well,
Give me a break.
well, they didn't like drop it in a random box.
No. No.
All right.
Computers can make a lot of mistakes
I'm
on
aware
paper.
of that. Don't you notice?
Back
Jamie?
up. Back. That away. Back. Good boy. Okay, what have we got? Oh my word, we have a lot of food. Wow. Okay, guys, we're in Clover. Oh God, I'm gonna place this off.
Okay, this one is from camera person Laura.
Laura Huron.
That's it.
There we go. Thank you, Laura. Now this is for Jimmy. Don't be so quick. Tiffany? Not Tiffany. I can't get that one up. This is Jiminy. Jiminy. There you go. And this is Sizzle. And this is Jiminy. Easy. Easy. There you go. Oh, and he has to have one. Uh-oh. There you go. We did it. One more. Jiminy.
So here's the board. I
And
have a
scissors.
question mark for the bacon strips and the canned food. So hopefully someone will.
Okay, that's all. That's all. No more. It's very important when you're handling dogs to tell them when the party's over. Like that box of cookies is sitting there now. And if they think they're going to get in it, they're crazy. Because I've told them that's the end.
Yep.
See, they're not... They know the box of cookies is right there. Hmm?
Okay.
Okay, what do we
Oh,
go?
comments.
Comments. You got comments?
I get comments.
I'm going to watch this because they're going to get in that if I'm not careful. But to prove that this works, we then had to make a commercial with her where she's supposed to eat something off the counter, and I could not get her to do it. She was supposed to steal a hot dog off the counter for the commercial. I had an awful time. Saying, come on, eat it. Yeah. But she'd been told not to eat things off the counter, and so she didn't.
Comments.
She's having a good time.
Where's the starter piece?
No.
Yeah, there it is. I got started.
You got it?
Yep. Someone was vouching for you and said not abuse at all, people. Yeah, now they're talking about a book.
A whole book?
Yes, which book is it? Right?
The book.
Is Janine's book in sight right now? Because they're talking about Janine's book. And someone said it looks to me like Janine's.
That one? That's my book.
That's her book.
I have Janine's book over here, though.
That might be what they're looking
No, that's not on camera, though.
But yes, so there's one of each. We have a good book by Janine, and we have a good book.
Huh?
We have two good books.
Oh, good.
So,
This one is not the official book yet. See, this says "Don't for sale," because this is what we're supposed to proofread. And I found one in the first. That's the the rest of it they're going to stay there, because that's just the way we spell or I spell.
and then we have some, Janine's book is good. Janine has also written a few children's books, I believe.
She has. Janine's got a couple out about donkeys that aren't too bad. Make Way for Donkeys, which is a takeoff on the Make Way for Ducklings in Boston Common. The statue of Duckling? The bronze?
Make Way for
Yeah.
Ducklings, yeah.
Okay, let's Make Way for Donkeys.
Okay.
And then she's got one about the horse, the beat-up horse that she bought back from Pennsylvania, the carriage horse. That's a good one. They're both true stories. She writes them on the airplane back. At any rate, go ahead.
All right, so I think we're through the book conversation. Okay, now people are talking about their isolation period, starting with Illinois just extended home stay to April 30th. Then we have California did too. Our governor just announced it. Ours is until June 10th. Unbelievable. That looks like it's Virginia.
Virginia?
Yep.
See, that box of cookies is right there. They could easily reach it.
Someone else said theirs was announced yesterday. It's for 10 weeks. Be going stir crazy by then. So there's a variety. Ours was just put out to May 5th, I think.
I don't know.
I saw it just shortly. Governor Baker.
Whatever.
We have
That was not a good idea.
the
I saw you just check it up on that.
the current stats for coronavirus as of 3/31: 185,000 sick, 3,800 deaths, which is a death rate of 2%. And they're comparing that to the influenza, the regular flu for 2018 to 2019, which had 35 million sick, 35,000 deaths, which gives a death rate of 0.1% compared with the 2%. So.
4 out of 2. Maybe 2. That, what they don't tell you is that's 98% are doing very well.
They are. Someone is pointing out to you that I know you like to watch Chris Cuomo on CNN. Did you see that he has COVID-19?
Yep.
He is now living and broadcasting from his basement.
It was a very funny show last night because he was talking to his brother. And they got in an argument about making spaghetti sauce.
Oh, wow.
It was hysterical. There was two brothers fighting. You could just see. Well, Mama, you stayed with Mama in the kitchen and you learned to make the spaghetti sauce, but I was out learning other things. It was really funny. They're both extremely bright men, so that their humor is a lot of fun to watch.
Someone's looking for Henry.
Henry is over at Meredith Farms.
Lemon trees. Someone has a dwarf Meyer lemon tree, and so their tree is 8 feet wide and 5 feet tall. We keep it trimmed. I just picked a huge box for my grandson to come by to make lemonade.
Oh.
She doesn't think she has 1,500 lemons, though, maybe 500.
Oh.
So.
Anybody want to talk about Megan's babies that are coming here? We gave Megan a huge box of baby making supplies. They're not totally sure she has any. She easily, don't you get in there. Oh, no. I said no, remember? No.
He hears you.
That's no. You see, he's thinking. This is no. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's not a bad boy. He's good. Okay. You can go someplace else, but you can't have those cookies. He's a good boy. He's so sweet. He's a good boy. Yes, he's good. But you don't get cookies.
Thank you for that.
Okay. Let him go now. He's got to think. Let him think. What, did you want to talk about something? He's a good boy. I just had to see these cookies. That's no over there. No, it's a no. It's over here. That's very nice. Yes, he's a good boy. Yes, he's a big. Good boy. Okay. Go right around. Go wag your tail. You wag your tail? You wag your tail? You wag your tail? You wag your tail? Wag your tail. What would you like to have? I don't have anything to give you, and I'm not going to give you those cookies.
Paper, remember?
Yes, it's
Let's see. Explore is having a dog photo contest.
I saw that, and we ought to be able to do something with that.
Mm-hmm. Someone sent you an email with more details.
I think the dog in the picture is...
Lulu.
Don't I love it? Who is Lulu?
I don't know.
You want to tell them all about it?
I don't know anything about Lulu.
Well, why did you say Lulu?
Well, because I got excited, sorry.
I think the dog in the picture is Chaos's daughter, who we gave to them. When we gave them to her, her name was Order, because we had order out of chaos. And we gave it to Courtney. and that's Courtney's dog, and I think that's who that is in the picture. Okay?
That is what they were discussing, yeah.
They were discussing
Yeah, they
it.
thought so.
They had that figured out?
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's a nice dog. Looks very much like her. No more. No more cookies. No more cookies. Next one.
We have a question about Dawn soap. Yesterday you were saying that Bud mentioned to you on how good Dawn was to use for washing your hands. What was his reasoning for Dawn, and what does Dawn have in it?
Detergent. It wasn't Bud telling me this. Bud sent me something from Johns Hopkins University, which was a well-written article about the fact that this virus seems to be surrounded by fat. So that if you dissolve the fat, you've removed a lot of its properties. And the way you remove fat is a detergent sort of thing, in which case, anything like Dawn or Palmolive, or I've seen Palmolive used too, but that's where I got that from. Next.
Okay, someone missed lunch today because their book came in the mail and they couldn't put it down.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
Somebody else is baking beer bread out of an old can of beer from my fridge
Oh, that's a good one.
because they have no yeast in the cupboard. And chocolate chip cookies for the boys to pick up tomorrow as a drive-by. I leave the stuff on the front porch when I know they are coming.
Somebody had a birthday party in Cars. Eva and Finn. I think that'll be tomorrow's Daily Doggy. Thought they all got in cars and rode around and blew the horn things. Good one.
That is. Let's see. Is your tummy feeling better today, and what's for supper?
My tummy is not 100%. I have started taking, maybe if I'm hungry and I don't recognize being hungry. That could be. I started keeping some Pepto-Bismol on hand.
Let's see.
Isn't he being good about these cookies? I'm paying attention to this. He could get into those cookies so fast.
Did Reese go to Megan's house today?
I believe she did. Certainly all the paraphernalia went.
Someone wants to know if Jiminy might want to get the basket.
We got a ways to go.
Yeah, he's
He has to learn to concentrate on me. And he can't have other distractions around. He's a little bit too sociable to really do any hard work right now. Okay, so,
what's for supper?
I don't know.
I think you were going to have some chowder.
Chowder. We're having chowder.
Let's see. Someone would like to know if Henry is a part of a project of Janine's.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, maybe because it went to Meredith
Fine.
Farms. I don't know. I'm guessing on that.
No, the people are getting in touch with me. Janine is a good animal handler, and she is super, all the collection of animals we have down there. But for the sophistication of a service dog, I don't think either of my children have ever understood what a service dog is. I just don't think they understand it yet. To her, it's a dog. You put a rope around its neck and drive it around. And eventually it behaves. There is that sophistication that makes for a super dog that neither one of my children understand, and they make fun of me a lot because of it. Yeah.
They're reminding you that you were talking about Reese and a box of baby stuff going to Megan's, and then I think you got interrupted by
Oh, we piled up, washcloths and towels and all the paraphernalia that she would need, including scissors and dental floss, which is sometimes used. And Megan, there was 2 great big boxes, and she took it up and she took it out the driveway. Is all I know. She was on her way to drop off May down at Devon's, and then she had to go to New Hampshire to pick up Reese and go back home. I think that was the routine.
And that's all we have here.
That's all we have. Okay, that's all we got. On the sports chat, I'm flabbergasted at the cesarean that's on here. Noel's C-section, the complete C-section is on here. You guys all must know that. It was Bobolink put it on, or somebody put it on. The litter was named as Stedman Elementary School. It was 2 hours ago. You can watch the whole cesarean C-section. And I did watch it all. That's what got me sidetracked. Oh dear, there's 81 comments. Okay.
All right.
Does Lulu also Lulu also has a Facebook page? I didn't know that. Huh, okay. So if anybody knows what the Facebook page for Lulu is, I'd like to see. That's kind of cute. Okay, is this live?
I think Grace is here now, yeah.
Grace is here?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that nice? If it's not Grace, it's somebody. See, Grace knows things. Like, look, she got to tie that up because of the silly goats. We still have the goats, I guess. I think that's, well, yes, we still have the goats. I can see them. That's why she's tying the gate shut, because they push the gate away from the wall and get out.
Mm-hmm. That's where they were last night.
Hey,
in the hall.
get out of there. That was our nice smelling stuff that we were going to keep nicely smelling.
Oh.
And I have all the stuff under there.
Oh, all right.
All the spices. Maybe we get that going again tomorrow for fun.
Okay.
Okay? Now we have a whole bunch of cookies to put in.
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's not feed him any more cookies.
No, I think
you,
he's...
you will not do that.
No, I won't have no more cookies tonight. No more.
He's a good boy. Okay, we all done. I'll read my paper. Okay, we're all set to shut this off. Bye, guys. Nothing happening.